My shining soul, welcome to today's Pick a Pile. This is a timeless reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And today's topic is: should I take the lead? We all have some projects on our mind, or sometimes it's relationship where we are a little bit on the edge if we should speak our mind or not. And this reading is supposed to give you some more insight on that, so you can apply it to every area of life. Pile number 1, 2, and 3. Please pause the video if you need that to help you pick a pile. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, that is okay, then please switch both messages. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to get more videos. I cover indie games, mostly with witchy topics as well. I cover ASMR and tarot pick-up piles. Welcome, pile number 1. We have 1 oracle card, 3 tarots, and then 2 more oracle cards here. And I might skip a little bit between the cards, but let's have a look what we have here. This card is exposed and revealed. It's talking about either imposter syndrome, that you feel like you are not doing enough or being enough. But it's also talking about healing shame. If there's something you feel ashamed about, that there comes a time to look at the roots of that and to heal that. And it's also talking about the beauty that is lying in rejection, and that rejection is really protection. It's not just a saying. Sometimes we get rejected because we are just not aligning with something. Let's have a look at the other cards in the spread to see which one of those 3 things it is. Mostly we have the 3 of Cups in reverse here, and the 4 of Wands in reverse, and then a Queen of Cups. So if we take this into account, it's really more in the area of imposter syndrome or beauty and rejection, because the 3 of Cups reverse can tell us that your social life is pretty much non-existent at the moment, and that you have grown apart from your friends and acquaintances for the moment. And it's important to trust your instincts about people. If someone is nice to your face but you still have a bad feeling about them, always go with your gut. And it's important to remember, don't go against your own morals. Even if you want to appease to a group and want to become part of them, never go against your own morals. Especially together with the 4 of Wands we have here, which is talking about feeling unwelcome, not fitting in, and divided community. You can clearly see that this is a time where either some rejection of a group will happen, and that you get rejected by them, and you might be considering to appease to them to be part of the group or stay part of the group. But this is a clear sign that you should not do that. Don't go against your morals. Look at the roots why you want to stay part of the group. And that is also one of the reasons why this imposter syndrome can be in here. So it's not only the rejection, but also you want to stay part of the group because you feel like you have not done enough or given enough, but you being you is enough in the first place. The 4 of Wands in reverse also talks about self-doubt and self-esteem being low, which goes hand in hand with the imposter syndrome we are talking about here. I'm skipping forwards to the time frame because we have the card 4 here. It says 4 weeks or 4 days. That means that being divided from the community you were part of, or the feeling imposter syndrome because of the community you want to be part of, is something very short term. it's something about a group you're currently interacting with, and it's something that is happening right now, or in the very, very close future, with being 4 weeks away. Before I explain to you the Queen of Cups, let me dive into this card. The edge of evolution feels messy. This is a reminder that leaving one friend group or one peer group behind is never the end. It is a part of your evolution as a person, and it feels messy right now because we don't know what is happening next. But it's still okay. It is part of your way to leave behind. And the Queen of Cups is actually talking about exactly that. This card is a sign that you should treat yourself with compassion and sympathy. You are way more sensitive than you let on to the outside world. And all the harsher actions and hurtful comments affect you way more than you show to the outside world. While I'm saying do not take the leap to reconnect with that group that you or person you were thinking about, I would say take the leap and love yourself and trust that you are enough for yourself in this current moment. That is what I have for you, my wonderful pile one. It's gonna be a turbulent few weeks coming ahead, but always know you are loved and not alone. Welcome, pile number 2. We have 1 oracle card here, 3 tarot in the middle, 1 card about the time frame, and 2 more affirmation oracles. So let's see what we have here for you. You see the time frame here already. It says 6 days or 6 weeks, so whatever is set in the pile applies in that time frame roughly. Considering it's a timeless reading, that means from the time you watch this video moving forward. I'm gonna skip this oracle card for now and dive into the tarot, and then we're gonna stitch them together after this. This is the 9 of Swords in reverse, which is talking about the light at the end of a tunnel and letting go of negativity and stress and learning to cope and getting healthy coping mechanisms. It stands for opening up, accepting help, and facing life. So you are coming out of a darker time to move forward. The darker time you're moving out of, we have here the 6 of Coins in reverse. This is talking about unemployment, being undervalued, not getting acknowledgement that you deserve. There was a lack of generosity in your life and some kind of one-sidedness. So if it is not a financial but a relationship you're thinking about to take the leap, especially if it's like a romantic relationship, this can indicate that one person was way more into this than the other, that the relationship you're thinking about taking the leap is one side. Why am I pointing out the relation part so much? First, this is, you see the heart, this is the love card in this deck basically. This is great big love, and this is talking about love without condition. The without condition is the important part here, because this card is talking about one-sidedness, and this card is talking about moving forward from a dark time. So in terms of relationship readings, if you have a relationship on your mind for this reading, you will recognize that the person on your mind did not reciprocate your feelings, and this is one-sidedness, and you can totally move forward and love them, but make sure that it is without conditions. We feel drawn to people, but there's no plan that they will be in our life. And you can apply that to any other context as well. If you are thinking about a peer group or a friend group, or even in a job setting, there was some one-sidedness going on. And if you fill your heart with kindness, understanding, and love without expecting something back and out of it, you will be able to move forward and to face the things. Because if you follow through and actually love without condition and without expecting something out of it, it will lead to your metamorphosis and to your new self, where you can embrace the feeling of being the Queen of Coins. So if you follow through and come out of this dark time, you will end up being the Queen of Coins, which means a stable, practical, and organized person. Trust your instincts and your abilities, and you have natural powers that you just need to step into in the name of unconditional love. If you look at this from a spiritual perspective, the Queen of Coins also stands for having a natural healing power. And if you apply this to your spiritual path, this is clearly saying you come out of a time where it felt hollow to use your spirituality, and with the love, unconditional love, and deep connections on your mind, you will step into the Queen of Coins energy and into a healer energy. Welcome, pile number 3. Have a look at the 3 tarot cards in the middle first, and then look at the oracles to the side. So if you have seen the other 2 piles as well, there's a weird pattern. We have 2 reversals and then 1 upright in each of them, if I remember correctly. These reversals go together in my hand, and then we have the outcome here. The World in reversed is talking about disappointment, lack of achievement, or stagnation in some way. You have not accomplished what you set out to do. You may have tried to take shortcuts instead of putting in the hard work that is actually necessary to achieve your dream. Or if you have been throwing all your energy into one project, it's just not working out for you. This feeling of being stuck in the situation is taking up all your energy. Take this as your reminder that there is no point in riding a dead horse. It is the right thing to throw out something, even if it's something that you worked on for a long time. It's time to accept the disappointment and cut your losses. You cannot repeat the same pattern over and over again. The Hermit in reversed is supporting this in the way that it is saying to come back to the world and to the people around you. You may have put so much energy into this one project that you forgot to connect with people. Soul searching and self-reflection can be a great thing in moderation, but too much can also be damaging because we are social creatures. At some point, you need to draw a line under things and move forward. And this Major Arcana card says that now is the time. It also reminds you that becoming too fixated, like a hyperfixation, or being too rigid in your rules restricts your views, and you cannot see what the world actually has to offer, because the reverse world in this context also talks about this. This is where I am pointing out this card. This card says endless possibility and tells you to discern what is possible and leap even further than you think what is possible. Overall, this is telling you to leave your narrow little world behind and yes, take the leap. Take it. Because everything is possible and more. This is an amazing positive reading. And this is a wonderful card in the context of should I take the leap as possible? Hell yes, it's the biggest yes you can get. The Page of Swords here signifies being protective and vigilant, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it is telling you that you need to be a little bit more patient and to not get into unnecessary arguments or conflict. You are a little bit prone to that because you speak out and you speak your mind and you fight injustice. So make sure to stay communicative and truthful. Endless possibilities are supported by the Page of Swords we have here, which is standing for using your head, being curious, open-minded, communicative, a little bit sassy and witty on the side. So be your chatty, communicative, truthful self and leave the hermit face behind you. This card is about the time frame, 7 weeks or 7 days. I'm going with weeks here, that this will happen, that you need to come out of the phase. And I love this. Determining the circumstance. Again, like the World card here, saying, look at the circumstances that led your path up until here and see that the world is bigger than you currently think. Which leads us to this wonderful affirmation oracle. Your past supports your future. Even if you have to cut some losses now and move forward and out of the old energy, there was a lesson in it and you learned skills that you needed. That's why you have here the reminder that your past supports your future. It wasn't in vain. And even if you have to leave something behind, it did serve a purpose up until now. It is all I have for you, pile number 3, and I hope I see you in the next one.